But I think she may have been the other one.
Which one?
I don't know. There was a main one. Like, before the internet, you could lie. Say, hey, I was in Man of La Mancha. But now you could just go, no, you're not. And it's fucking Laurence Olivier or whatever.
Looked it up.
Yeah, but you could just... so it was kind of crazy because... she was really abusive. Like, we were driving and I signaled and she called me a pussy because I signaled to change lanes.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, and then she bowling before the electronic, you wrote on the things.
Right, yeah.
She crossed Fred off and wrote pussy. And
some date.
Yeah, and some women thinks it's good to fight and it's active and it's it's fun to curse each other out. And
did you at least get to sleep with her first?
We sort of did stuff that I was allowed to do to her.
Okay.
It was like the Louis episode.
Understood.
Like, it was okay for me to do oral sex to her, but not to me, because she didn't know me.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, I just know you, but yeah, that's allowed. Yeah,
so
anyone ever hear of Monkey Jungle?
No. In Florida.
In Florida. I was there as a kid. These grown men were throwing rocks at monkeys, and the woman who works there goes, what are you throwing rocks at monkeys for? And he goes, they started it. Like a monkey took a rock, went, ee! The guy goes, you son of a bitch, I'm getting my friend. So we use that story. Kramer has to apologize to a monkey.
And in your descriptions of Michael Richards, the one time you drove him home, he sounds like he's kind of off in that way, almost like Kramer is.
Yeah. Well, he usually took his bike to work. One day it was raining and he asked for a ride and he was balancing soup on his lap as I was driving. And he says, can you turn the radio off? I don't want to get any subliminal messages. And
now that's a very Kramer-esque kind of thing to say. So he was kind of
a little out like there, yeah.
And then you mentioned that...
Oh, yeah. Then when I wrote my episode, he was mad because I didn't give him a big enough part. He goes, please put more physical comedy in. Tell Larry. So I got intimidated that I had to approach Larry and try to put more physical stuff in. And Larry is, what the hell are you talking to actors for? You don't talk to the actors. And everyone was mad at me. It's Twitter. Sometimes I read the ads, and I did I'm going to... I bought an electric razor. I'm still living on the edge, and I threw out the instructions. I don't care. Sometimes I put like a thrill-seeking joke on my Twitter, and one guy goes, hey, those are from the 80s. You suck. And I go, well, don't follow me, you idiot.
You just block assholes like that.
I blocked them.
Yeah, you got it. Once you learn how to block, life is so much better.
Yeah, I don't get too many insults, but it's like,
People like to, because they think you'll reply to them, and everybody who follows you will see the insult.
Oh,
that's the whole.
I think they also think that they like the idea of getting a rise out of people.
Oh yeah, there's one guy. Oh my God, he tells on me like, hey, when I did stories about Norm Macdonald for my book, Norm, Fred's talking about you, and then he'll insult me. I ain't gotta get rid of this guy. And then I talked with Norm's show about Kathy Griffin. Hey, Kathy, Fred and Norm are talking about you. First he told to Norm. Yeah, they want to get a rise.
Just trying to get attention.
I love it.
Already.
This is Fred Stoller. You're listening to The Glory Hole on Riot.com, and I think I kept up.
You did.
I was kind of raunchy and edgy, and I was...
You talked about wetness?
I talked about wetness, some sex.
Yeah. You were actually filthy. You were the dirtiest one on the show.
I just, when I do some shows, I pretend I know about Doctor Who. Some things you got to pretend you know this. So I am the chameleon podcast guest.
And also don't Facebook you anymore for anybody to ask you to do things anymore, right?
Well, just, what's a real, if you're a guy going, hey, and one guy goes, I only need a half hour of your time. I go, well, it's not a real podcast.
And then give me one straight up that just says, this is Fred Stoller, you're listening to The Glory Hole on riotcast.com, and I'll put that in.
This is Fred Stoller, you're listening to The Glory Hole on riotcast.com.
Boom.